Welcome to NHL Update. Today I will be updating you on the NHL playoff picture for each conference. I will start with the Eastern Conference playoff picture. This is broken down into the divisions like Atlantic, Metropolitan, Wildcard, Central, Pacific, and then the wild card for the Western Conference and Eastern Conference. I will start with the Eastern Conference playoff picture and then move on over to the Western Conference playoff picture. Let's get started. The Atlantic Division playoff picture looks like this. You have the Tampa Bay Lightning with 82 points, then the Florida Panthers with 80 points, and the Boston Bruins with 79 points. And those are your top three seeds in the Atlantic. With the Metropolitan Division, you have the Washington Capitals with 100 points. So they're definitely going to be first. And then the New York Rangers with 82 points. They're second in the Metropolitan. And then the New York Islanders with 77 points. So that's the Metropolitan Division. Followed by the wild card. The wild card has the Detroit Red Wings coming in at 75 points and the Pittsburgh Penguins at 74 points. So right now, Detroit currently holds the 7th seed and Pittsburgh holds the 8th seed. So if the playoffs were to start today, right now, Washington would be playing the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the Tampa Bay Lightning would be playing the Pittsburgh Penguins. No, sorry, Detroit Red Wings, sorry. And then the 2 and 3 seed from the Metropolitan, the Islanders and Rangers will be playing each other. And the 2 and 3 from the Atlantic would be playing each other. The Panthers and Bruins will be playing each other. So that would be how the playoff picture looks as of right now. There are a couple teams that are in the playoff chase in the Eastern Conference. And those teams are the Philadelphia Flyers with 71 points. And you have the Carolina Hurricanes, New Jersey Devils, and Ottawa Senators, all with 69 points. But those teams have a pretty grim chance of making the playoffs. So the 8 teams I mentioned earlier that are already in the playoffs are likely going to be the teams that end up being in the playoffs. Now, moving over to the Western Conference, the Central Division is probably likely on lockdown. You have the Chicago Blackhawks with 85 points, the Dallas Stars with 85 points, and the St. Louis Blues with 83 points. The Blackhawks and Stars are likely going to be fighting for the first seed because I don't think any of the two teams want to face St. Louis in the first round. That's not a good first matchup. In the Pacific Division, you have the Anaheim Ducks with 82 points, the Los Angeles Kings with 80 points, and the San Jose Sharks with 76 points. The wild card teams right now in the Western Conference are the Nashville Predators with 78 points and the Minnesota Wild with 72 points. Right now, if the playoffs were to start, it would be either the Chicago Blackhawks or Dallas Stars facing the Minnesota Wild, but likely the Chicago Blackhawks facing the Minnesota Wild, and then you would have the Anaheim Ducks facing the Nashville Predators. Then the 2 and 3 seed in the Central, the Stars would be playing the St. Louis Blues, and then the Kings would be playing the San Jose Sharks in the first round. Although there's some hockey left to be played, mostly on who gets what seeding, the playoff picture is pretty set on the top 6 seeds. Now, the final wild card spots can still be taken by one team, the Colorado Avalanche, who currently have 70 points. If the Minnesota Wild are to go on a losing streak and the Avalanche can get a winning streak together, they can very well sneak into the playoffs. So it's very possible that the Avalanche can make the playoffs. But as of right now, they are not in the playoffs. So to review all this information, the Metropolitan Division has the Washington Capitals in first, and in second, the New York Rangers, and third, the New York Islanders. The Atlantic Division has the Tampa Bay Lightning in first, the Florida Panthers in second, and Boston Bruins in third. The Detroit Red Wings are the first wild card seed, and the Pittsburgh Penguins are the second wild card seed in the East. So that right now is your playoff picture in the Eastern Conference. For the Western Conference, the first seed in the Central is the Chicago Blackhawks. The second seed is the Dallas Stars, and the third seed is the St. Louis Blues. The first seed in the Pacific is the Anaheim Ducks. The second seed is the LA Kings, and the third seed is the San Jose Sharks. The first wild card seed in the Western Conference is the Nashville Predators, and the second wild card seed is the Minnesota Wild. So that is the playoff picture as of right now. Next episode, I will be updating you on the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy race as well as the Art Ross Trophy race.